Hello, everybody. Hello, Mom. I'm with my mom here for this Superbrain quest. This is the lesson number one of the chapter Fundamentals. So, we're gonna tackle a lesson on memory. So, the lesson of today with my mom is called the M.O.M technique. Why the M.O.M technique? I'm gonna write that down in direct. So, the M.O.M. Actually, I'm gonna put an A instead of the O because in French it's a M.A.M. So this is an acronym. Acronyms are quite good for memorizing. It's the kind of the mother of all memory techniques. What does M.O.M stand for? So let's write it back here. M.O.M stands for number one, motivation. So one of the example the teacher Jim Quick gives us is how to remember names. We all have problems at some point remembering names if we meet too many people. The person gives us her name, his name, and we can maybe forget it in a minute. But if we are told this is $1 million in a suitcase, you can keep it only if you remember the name of the next person you meet. You will for sure remember that name. And what's that? Why is that for? Because of the motivation. And actually, here the key of the memory is there will be some techniques, but the main key of the memory is understanding why we manage to do things like memorizing that name in this case, and not doing it in most of the cases because of the motivation. So motivation will be a key thing that we would like to do. Starts by doing things, getting to do things, get yourself to do things. Okay, showing up. That's what we're doing here. We're showing up, so we get ourselves to do it. We're motivated. But one of the key things in motivation, how can we enhance motivation? What is our motivation? Actually, our motivation is one question or one sentence. It's the why. Why do we do things? Why are we doing that? Mom, maybe you can say a quick why about why you're doing it.
Yeah, it's the motivation. If you have a goal to something and you want to do it.
Yeah. Do you know why you do it? Is it just because I asked you and you said yes?
No, because it's for you, for me.
It's for you.
It's for me.
Perfect. That's a good reason for yourself to grow. Okay, so start with a why and make a list. One, two, three of all the reasons we're doing that. So he says reasons reap results. So yeah, if we have reasons, we're gonna do it. It's like constructing a cathedral. There is this story of people constructing a cathedral, and a person is visiting the works. He asks to the first person, "What are you doing?" And the first person is saying, I'm putting bricks on a wall." And that person looks like not very motivated and just putting bricks on a wall. And he sees a second worker, like the worker is a little bit more dynamic and happy, and he goes and asks him, what are you doing? And the worker says, I'm constructing a cathedral. Oh, nice, you're constructing a cathedral. And he sees another guy. He's cheerful, he's whistling, he's so dynamic, he's so happy to do what he's doing, and he's got this aura, this light coming from him, and he's like, whoa, this guy is amazing. I'm gonna ask him also,
Yes.
what are you doing here? He says, I'm working for God. So this is a nice example of the best why you can do. The most elevated it is, the more efficient.
Yeah.
So in the case of remembering names, why the hell would we want to remember names of a person we maybe not gonna meet even later? It could be to just show some respect, show some care, because we all care. And if we tried a little bit harder, we could just by being more present, we could remember it or make a friend or a network and make better connections. So that's a good question. Um, the second things in M.O.M, number two, So O, it's an O. It's I forgot the little story, but we often say in memory that memory is about retention. Retention, um, is remembering things. But how can you remember um, if you haven't had the information, if you haven't perceived the information? So the O is observation. Observation, and I would say A because A works too. M.A.M, attention. The more fully you're aware of what you're present to, the more present you are, the more you're gonna store that information. If you're 200% in the present moment, then what you gonna see? You're gonna remember it. You gotta get much more things. You have to listen first and remember then. Pay attention and be powerfully present. And this goes all back to presence at the end. It's be in the present moment. So, like R. Covey in his famous book, The Seven Keys to Success, says, you have to understand first and then be understood. So there's a funny thing if you say listen and you scramble the the letters. What does it make?
Silent.
Silence. Be empty. Be silent if you want to listen. So, yeah, this is it. It's the number 2. It's kind of easy. Be powerfully present. It looks like easy, but it can be the work of a whole life. And the number 3 is quite obvious. It's mechanics. This is the actual technique, and that's what's gonna be taught in that quest. But for the 2 first, motivation, attention, it all breaks down to us and what is our why, how to enhance it and get into being more present. So that's it. And the assignment for that lesson was the following. What is your motivation? Number 1, motivation. What is your why? List that. So he asks to ask ourselves what is our why and to list it and to share it. What outcome are we looking for? What are the dreams beneath it? And 2, how can we enhance it? Ideas. Write down some ideas to enhance it. And for myself, I asked myself the question of the why. I went into lots of things like I want to save time, be more efficient, make the most of my days, not waste time. And at the end, I could sum it up with one sentence, which is grow and with ease. Grow easily, like be more efficient, make the most of my time, is to improve surely, with ease, peacefully, and fast. At the same time, fast, but also with ease, not with stress. And this is growing with ease. And the other points were connect better with people, feel a good person, like, okay, I care, I'm not like forgetting people, I'm happy to remember them and not get embarrassed, have some impact, and also genuine care that I carry along, that I have, but I still I forget people. And I also want to learn language. I want to learn Indonesian faster to live better experience in Indonesia with local people. And actually, all these jot down to only one idea: is connect and contribute better. Connect better with people and contribute better. So, 1, grow with ease and gracefully. 2,
Grow with ease.
grow,
Yeah.
connect, and contribute. Better. And actually, for those here who did the most important questions, the 3 MIQs quests, these are actually two of the most important questions. How do you want to grow, and how do you want to contribute to the world? That's it. That was a long video, 10 minutes. I hope you liked it. Thank you. I hope I will have your feedback. Bye bye.